Hello, my name is Mariana and this is a reading for Virgo. So Virgo, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own deck of cards, so the cards you'll see are from this deck. Um, there's a lot of water here in your cards today for you, Virgo. Um, and it's interesting how it complements the earthy nature of your sign. But I feel like being such a grounded sign, it's like you are getting back to your own nature of being very good at organizing, at cleansing, at just decluttering and throwing away things that are not relevant to you anymore. That's the word that just came through, relevant. So there is a little bit of cleanse going on, but I want to say it starts small and it increases. I feel like there is, specifically for you, Virgo, perhaps someone that is an inspiration to you, and what they're doing is really inspiring you to do this cleanse, to do this spring clean, perhaps, right? In the northern hemisphere, here we are in the fall right now, which is so exciting because it's been so hot. But anyways, that's just a side note. I feel like for you, Virgo, there is this cleansing mode going on, and as I said, it starts small, but it increases. It increases in the sense that you are going to feel refreshed by the end of it. You're going to feel like you are renewed in a sense. It's like you are making space for the new to come in, and the new is very exciting. It's coming through as, someone specifically perhaps that or it's just, just this external reference, right? Someone that you admire but you're not so close with, or even like a celebrity, or I don't know, an influencer that it's like pretty much mirrors what you're going through right now. And mirrors, because in a sense they are inspiring to do the same thing, I want to say. And it is very motivational, it is very uplifting, and it holds this it's holding like an open space, which is so gorgeous. It's like opening space to refill it with something that is meaningful, right? We were talking about leaving behind things that are not relevant anymore, and so filling that space with, I want to say, things that are meaningful to you, not externally but internally. So we begin with this gorgeous Five of Cups cards. And before you freak out, this has nothing to do with the traditional meaning of tarot. So the Five of Cups here was actually, I saw, a person having a shower. So it's this, in the middle of this perhaps physical cleanse, right? But it's also emotional because it's the water realm, right? And so I feel like, yes, there is practical stuff that you're doing to cleanse and to declutter, because we have the Four of Pentacles. So it was really interesting, these two cards together were talking about the emotional declutter and then the physical declutter. But I feel like it's happening simultaneously. It's not that first you do the emotional part and then you do the practical side of it. It's like all enmeshed in the same moment. It's happening at the same time, right? But I feel like because this is the five and this is the four, right? It's like you're in the middle of this. It's like the water part of it, right? That's why it showed me this image of being in the shower. So there is the part of which, it includes the rearranging of the furniture, or reorganizing your closet, decluttering to the essentials, right? Usually the Four of Pentacles comes to me as, the basis, like the main foundation, things that are essential, right? Not too much, just the necessary things. But it's like, whether you have already done this part or you have to, tackle it after this shower that you're taking, I feel like it's happening almost at the same time. So it's like feeling like, one day for decluttering, one day to focus in this intense cleansing for you, Virgo. And this is something that is going to bring you this sense of refreshment, or just feeling renewed, feeling like you are a new human being in a sense, right? But not new just because of this Page of Cups. It's like this shower was needed after you took care of the practical stuff, right? That perhaps was very intense in the body, right? Moving your body and rearranging things. It's like you found the essentials that you really need, and everything else was, either thrown out or donated or, given away. But this part of the emotional cleansing that includes the body, that's what I'm talking about. It's like it includes the body, the sense of refreshment, of well-being, right? And also because it's a page, usually the page brings me this energy of innocence. So after, making space, right, especially with the Four of Pentacles, and allowing the water to, just cleanse your body and take away, remove every bit of dust or every bit of sweat, right? It's like the intense work of going back to the basics was also an emotional process. So feeling refreshed by the end of it, it's like this, it's like going back to innocence, right? Going back to the basics means going back to innocence, or at least feeling like it's like fresh as a baby is what I just heard. Like how babies have such soft skin. It's like that kind of cleanse, right? It doesn't matter your age, obviously. It's just the sensation of the body, and it's like appreciating your body, appreciating the cleanse, I have to say. It's like, because it's both, right? It's emotional and it's physical. So it's like appreciating being in this state of innocence, of, soft skin, just like a baby. And I feel like, as I said, following the Page of Cups, there is this Knight of Wands, which is coming through as the person that is inspiring to go through this process. So whoever this person is, if it's someone in, in your close circle, or if someone from your family or a friend, or just, it could be, just an outsider in a sense, someone that you don't know personally, but online, or from YouTube, whoever it is, they are bringing the energy that you need to motivate yourself to do this cleanse. And whatever they're bringing, I feel like it's not a lot. It's just the little push that you needed to get this started, to finally tackle this in a practical kind of way. And it's coming through with this washing away, right? Washing away what no longer is relevant, right? Perhaps, in a very concrete, practical kind of way, but also the emotional side of it. So the interesting thing, the reason why I'm tending to go towards an influencer or someone online that you don't know personally, and how they are inspiring you, is because whatever they're giving you, it's just a few tips and tricks. Because they are coming followed by the Two of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And so this Two of Swords actually came through with a meaning that I never perceived before. Actually, it actually did come with this with this message of tips and tricks. So it's like just uh, it's like it's like it's almost like they're sharing some sort of trick or a tip that they have learned from going through this process that helped to motivate them in, you know, doing this to the end, go to the bottom of it, and finding that it was um, it was like this, finding this jewel, right? The Ace of Pentacles usually comes as jewel, as something that is valuable. It's like finding a precious item that perhaps you didn't even remember that you had it, or you thought it was lost, right? And then reorganizing it, making space. It's like, so this is the interesting thing about the Five of Cups in comparison to the Four of Pentacles. This is you going through this cleanse. So right now I feel like you're in this emotional cleanse, right? This part of the process, although perhaps physically you have already done the job, right? You have already organized your space and you open space. So see, this cup in the middle is where you are in a sense, right? And here it's like you left enough room to replace an object or to add something, and here it is. It's like whatever they're giving you that is really inspiring, that is really motivational, with just a few tips and tricks, it's like helping you see another way of perhaps doing the same thing, or, you know, reorganizing your house, or diving into this spring cleaning perhaps. That is so, it's bringing such, it's like so handy, is so helpful, that is feeling like this is the perfect thing that you didn't know you could find, or that you need it in a sense, right? As this precious jewel to fit into your new space, or to, it's like, so if I were to, translate this into something more mundane, it's like whatever they're inspiring you to do is a healthy habit that now you're going to incorporate into your own life. It's something that you can now add not only to your physical space, but to your perhaps routine of cleansing, or of, you know, personal decluttering. If this was something that you used to do and you always thought it was, you know, so exhausting, or I don't know, it's like finding motivation with this tip that you're receiving from them, that is now going to be, you know, perhaps the key element to do this more often. And so because we're ending with this beautiful major arcana that was so incredible, the way that it felt, because when I was reading actually the message from this Ace of Pentacles about refilling the gap, or refilling the space that you opened up in your home, in your office, in your bedroom, it's like now there is available space. Now there is room for you to add whatever you wish to add, that you feel is precious, that you feel is valuable, that you feel that is meaningful. And so when I was, when that word, right, like refill it with something valuable, refill, it's like this word was very much in my mind when I was looking at this card, but this hadn't come up yet. And so this word like was on repeat on my head: refill with something valuable, refill. And then this card jumped out of the deck, and I was like, okay, so that's it. This is the simultaneous effect, in a sense, of how this cleanse is not only physical, but it's also emotional, right? It's like the earth realm with the water realm. So that's why it's including the cleansing of your body, right? because it's here, but in another level. That's why I said also in the beginning that it begins with something small, like taking a shower, like a really good shower. But then when you feel inspired because you opened up space in your home and you know that there is something that you didn't think it was possible, but now here it is, available to you, right? And you have the room to receive this gift in a sense. It's like with their tips and tricks, you're not only finding more motivation and inspiration, but you're actually receiving a gift that you're incorporating to your own day to day, to your own life, to your own space, because it's being refilled with something meaningful, with something valuable, because it's touching your emotions. It's like you had to cleanse this cup in a sense, right? The water that was there previously was already used, or it was already dirty, or it was old, right? So you had to, in a sense, like let it wash away, right? Wash the cup, receive this gift of being refilled with something that is more meaningful. So this is really, really beautiful. I wonder what's going to come up with the cards in the extended reading, which I'm going to pull right now for you, Virgo. And also I'm going to pull from the astrological rooms as a final guidance for you over the extended. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye, Virgo.